Today, we pay tribute to the fallen, to the slain, to the men killed in the brutality of war. This week, we look at Saving Private Ryan. A bit of a history lesson for you. On this date, the 6th of June, 69 years ago, the Normandy landings took place. These landings sparked a turnaround for the Allies and would be the beginning of the end of World War II, which would end the following year. And Saving Private Ryan is a film that captures the visions and horrors of those landings so accurately. To sum it up in a few words, Saving Private Ryan is nothing more than a masterpiece. Fantastic direction from Steven Spielberg. Fantastic acting from the likes of actors like Tom Hanks and Matt Damon. And overall, amazing action sequences that capture the horror of war. The plot is as follows. Tom Hanks plays Captain John Miller, who is the leader of a series of soldiers who have just landed on Normandy and survived the brutality and horror as the Germans try to shoot those coming ashore. They have been given a new mission to find a man called Private James Ryan and return him home after his brothers have been killed in action. But as the plot and the film goes on, the question remains, why a platoon of men for only one man? And at what sacrifices will be made to protect this man at all cost? The main focus of this film has been generally on the opening sequence for its brutality and accuracy. It is just so powerful and intense, just seeing the soldiers come ashore onto France and being shot at and murdered by the Germans on guard. It's just so brutal seeing actual death happen, seeing the blood and guts, seeing the corpses, even as some wash into the water from which they just came. It's so accurate in fact that many war veterans upon seeing this film had to walk out because they just couldn't cope with seeing the accuracy of the opening sequence. But of course, that opening sequence couldn't have been possible if not for the direction from the great Steven Spielberg. He really knew this time exactly what to put where. He wanted people to have the horrors of war shown to them firsthand, and he got it so right. Credit to you, Spielberg. Absolute credit to you. The acting, phenomenal. Absolute phenomenal. Playing the group of soldiers on the hunt for Private Ryan, you have a huge mix of actors, ranging from Barry Pepper to Edward Burns to Vin Diesel and of course Tom Hanks. In my view, Hanks stands out as one of the best actors in this film. His performance of Miller is just amazing, just a man who will stop at nothing to complete his mission and will sometimes lose concentration and patience with his soldiers if they deviate, as proven when they befriend a German prisoner. This review may be short after looking at just a few areas, but really the most important things to sum up in the review of this film is the opening sequence, the acting and the direction. And they are all just brilliant in this film, absolutely awesome. People have criticised Saving Private Ryan for its rubbish and overdone opening sequence. Excuse me, but the opening sequence is not rubbish or overdone. Ask the people who walked out the cinema unable to cope with what they saw. Ask the critics. Ask the fans. They will tell you that the opening sequence is one of the best moments in cinematic history. And let me tell you, they are sure as hell not wrong. As I say, this film is dedicated to the fallen and the slain.